Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to present about historical framework of civil society in Indonesia. Masyarakat Sipil of Indonesia. The formation and development of civil society in Indonesia have been shaped by various historical and political vectors over the years. These vectors have had a significant impact on the ability of civil society to operate freely and challenge state authority. Three key periods that have influenced the development of civil society in Indonesia are the colonial period, the New Order period under President Suharto, and period of reformation that followed his fall in 1998. During the colonial period, the Dutch colonial government imposed strict regulation on associations and limited their activities, which had a significant impact on the development of civil society in Indonesia. Despite these restrictions, civil society did begin to form, particularly in the area of religion. The New Order period under President Suharto was marked by severe restrictions and repression of civil society. The government implemented strict control on civil society organizations and severely limited their ability to operate freely, while also using repression to control and intimidate civil society. The period of reformation that followed the fall of Suharto in 1998 was a pivotal moment in the development of civil society in Indonesia. The fall of Suharto opened up new possibilities for civil society to operate freely and challenge the authority of the state, but this period was also marked by significant challenge and setbacks. Despite this challenge, the period of Reformation saw the rise of new civil society organizations and the emergence of a more diverse and pluralistic civil society in Indonesia. During the New Order period, the Suharto government implemented strict control on civil society organizations. The government required all civil society organizations to register with the government and obtain permission to engage in any activities. This effectively gave the government the power to control the activities of civil society organizations and limit their ability to challenge the authority of the state. The government also implemented strict control on the media, limiting the ability of civil society to communicate with the public. The Suharto government also used repression to control civil society in Indonesia. Human rights organizations and other civil society organizations were often subject to harassment and intimidation, and their members were arrested and imprisoned. This created a climate of fear that made it difficult for civil society to operate freely and challenge the authority of the state. The repression of civil society during the New Order period had a significant impact on the development of civil society in Indonesia and continues to shape the relationship between the state and civil society in the country today. One of the most important developments during the period of Reformation was the rise of the new civil society organizations. These organizations focus on issues such as human rights, democracy, and good governance and played an important role in shaping public debate in Indonesia. They also challenged the authority of the state, demanding greater accountability and transparency for government's officials. In conclusion, the Dutch colonial government's attempt to control civil society in Indonesia by imposing strict regulations on association and limiting their activities had a significant impact on the development of civil society in the country. Despite these restrictions, and however, civil society did begin to form, particularly in the area of religion. This period of colonial historical laid the foundation for the ongoing struggle over civil society in Indonesia.